Well, the pleasure of finding areas in sectors. Now, I got a little object here, right here. Kind of gives us an idea of what we're talking about. So we've got the sector of a circle, and we're trying to find the area, this sector in blue that we see here. And this is not obviously drawn to scale, particularly as it pertains to theta. But in order to find the area of a circle, the area of a circle we can define as this way: 1/2 times the radius squared times theta. And theta, since we're talking about circles, theta needs to be in radians, not degrees. So here we ask to find the area of a circle with a given central angle of theta and a radius r. And we're told in this problem that theta is equal to 3 pi over 4. That's good. That's in radians, and actually 3 pi over 4 if I wanted to quickly convert that into degrees. Since that's over 4, something pi over 4, in this case 3 pi over 4, I know it's a multiple of 45 degrees. In fact, it is 3 times 45 degrees, or 135 degrees. Notwithstanding, I'm going to leave it as 3 pi over 4. So what's our area? Well, our area is equal to 1/2 times the radius squared, 1.5 feet squared, times 3 pi over 4. Now I'm going to get my calculator out. I'm presuming you know how to operate the calculator well enough to do this. Let's see, I think I'm going to take 1.5 and square it first. And that comes to 2.25 square feet. Now I'm going to multiply it by 3 pi over 4, which I'm putting in parentheses. Oh, and I get a weird number, 5.3014, and I'm going to divide that by 2 times 1/2. And we're going to round this to the nearest hundredth. And so the area of a sector that has a theta of 3 pi over 4 and a radius of 1.5 feet is, and I should make that an approximate equal, is approximately equal to 2.65 square feet. Well, Shazam. All right, let's look at one more. I had so much fun with that, I want to keep going. So once again, what's my area? What's the formula for finding the area of a circle? It's 1/2 times the radius squared times theta, but theta needs to be in radians. And this time I'm told that theta is 50 degrees and the radius is 6 meters. But I need to work on that degrees, and I need to convert it into radians, which I know how to do. So 50 degrees, then I got a conversion ratio of pi, what I want to convert to, radians, over what I'm converting from, degrees. And let's see, 50 pi over 180. Let's just do 50 by 180. What does that reduce to? Fraction 5 over 18. Okay. So that equals 5 pi over 18 in radians. So what's my area? My area is 1/2 times the radius 6 meters squared times 5 pi over 18. Let's see what we get there. Well, I know that 6 squared is 36, so 6 times, in parentheses, 5 pi divided by 18. Oh, that equals 31.415. I'm going to divide that by 2 times 1/2, round it to the nearest Let's just go ahead and round it to the nearest hundredth. So the area then is equal to 15.71. And what's my unit of measurement? Meters squared. I feel pretty good about that. How about you? You feel good? You want to have fun? Win. You want to win? Work. When you work, learn from your mistakes. Shazam.